not for the faint of heart, folks.
It's not,
You gotta,
man.
you gotta really want this. So don't come to us and say, "Hey, I'm thinking about this." You gotta know you want to do real estate, honestly, because the amount of calls you have to make will surprise you.
So, welcome back. Today's guest on my podcast is the infamous Mike Oates. Listen, me and Mike met last year at the first Squad Up Summit hosted by Pace Morby. Me and him, bottom line, I was sitting behind him on day 2 of the event. I was sitting behind him, and he turned around and we just connected. He was there with his whole squad. Yeah, I mean, they were squad deep. Like, him and all his business partners were in the audience together, and that just made a major impact on me because, I've been a lone wolf pretty much my whole investing career. And to see someone there with their team, and one of the things that impressed me most about your team, Mike, is like all you guys, none of y'all lived in the same location. Like, y'all lived all over the US. And like that just blew my mind because I'm currently going through a paradigm shift. And to realize, like, yo, you can actually have team members in other locations. Like, everyone doesn't have to be in the same location with you. That was mind blowing with me, mind blowing for me. But, Mike, so Mike is also, you're part of a company called Veterans Choice. I'm here talking about your team members, Veterans Choice. Y'all been in business for how long? What, 2, 3 years now?
Yeah, 2 years. Yep, was an agent for a year before I got into the investor game. But yeah, 2 years. It's been fun.
Dope, dope, dope. So Mike and I, we also joined an exclusive club called the Owners Club, right? Yeah, so shout
Sir,
out to
right
all the
there.
owners. I mean, shout out to all the Owners Club members out there. So, Mike, like in the Owners Club, we talk about our Mount Everest, which is a 2 to 5 year plan on our business. What's your Mount Everest right now?
So our Mount Everest is kind of changing over time, but it's still mainly stayed the same. So we're trying to guide 42,000 veterans or others away from homelessness, foreclosure, and into affordable housing, and try to learn to do what we do, make generational wealth through real estate. So Paul, my business partner and best friend, we've known each other for I was in ninth grade, he was in eighth. We started it 2 years ago, and just trying to help as many people as we can. I come from a Navy background. Both my parents were in the Navy. Paul was an Air Force veteran for 8 years. So we love to help out vets in any way we can.
No doubt. That's phenomenal. I applaud y'all. That's like a real worthy goal. Um, but it's 42,000 homeless veterans. It just sounds
Yeah,
insane to
I
me.
know, I know. There was, so 2 years ago, Paul was telling me this stat. 2 years ago, 35,000 veterans was the number that was homeless. So we kind of bumped that number up just a little bit, just, to cover for any others who unfortunately may be in the same situation. But we got a big goal. We're trying to accomplish it the best way we can. And right now it's, you know, a little tough out here, but we're making it happen still.
For sure, for sure. So like that sounds super ambitious. Why is it that y'all want to tackle this type of goal? Why?
Like I said, my parents were in the Navy for a combined 58 years. My dad was in for 38. My mom was in for 20. So I know
Mm,
the life. I didn't have to experience it, but I moved around like I was a part of it. Uh, and then Paul actually he went overseas. He was a security force guy in the Air Force. So he saw some pretty wild stuff on some of the calls he got. Uh, but yeah, it's a near and dear thing because folks who serve our country deserve a lot more than what they get sometimes. So we want to try to help out and give them a chance to create generational wealth by learning these really cool things that we do daily.
for sure, for sure, for sure. And man, thank your parents for their service and all that y'all do for the country. And definitely shout out to Paul. He's also a phenomenal person. Paul, thank you, man. I appreciate you for all that y'all do for the
It's
country, man. Because freedom is not free, man. There's definitely a cost to it. There's
so
definitely a
true.
cost to it. Let me ask you another question. What's like the craziest or the most heartwarming story you experienced while helping a veteran with their housing?
The craziest one was the first one we were actually able to take down ourselves creatively
Mhm.
by chance. Was a former team member who, Bakari, he got the deal through his boss, Greg, who both were former team members, are now doing other things, and they're killing it in whatever they're doing right now. But they brought the deal to us, and it cash flows $1,600 for us now every
Ooh.
single month, and brings that in. You know, we pay them out every single month too. We pay Greg out quarterly, and then Bakari gets a nice little check every month still. So yeah, it's a crazy deal that we still get to enjoy the fruits of, I guess you could say. And yeah, it's really cool what we learned through creative finance and getting a homestead buyer in there, and pretty cool.
Y'all currently make $1,600 off a rental property?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we wrapped it out. And they pay a little a little bit higher than what we have the rent rate at. Because they're just paying down the mortgage a little bit quicker, so they can, you know, kind of enjoy that home clear and free a little bit sooner, which I don't blame them for. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
That sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. So look, creative financing. It sounds like legal wizardry. Like it doesn't seem real. What's the wildest deal structure that y'all pulled off that made you think this should not have worked?
Yeah. So really with this deal, to be honest with you, it really kind of was our first experience in it. And it took us by surprise. One,
Hmm.
the amount of paperwork you have to fill out to get the deal done and all the
Right.
things you have to insulate yourself on. But actually, there's another one that we did in Maryland that we had Bakari go out to the house, and there was a guy that he showed the house to. He was in his uniform still, that they went and toured this thing, and he started getting a little nuts about it. We ended up getting the deal done, but he was just like, he didn't understand why we were using certain contracts and different things. But that one, I did find a good one for you there. I had to rattle that one in the back of the brain. But yeah, that was wild. They were standing out front, and it got a little heated for a second, and nothing really happened, but like words were exchanged, and he was like, "What are you talking about?" Everything worked out. You know, we wholesaled that deal, different one, but yeah, that was a good story. When it was happening, it was nuts. The
Is
phone
insane.
calls, yeah, it was insane. Yeah,
I can only imagine, yo.
yeah, because you met Kari, he's not short. You know, he's a pretty tall guy.
For sure, for sure. He's not a small guy, so I wouldn't want to see him angry, man.
Nah,
I wouldn't want to see him angry. It's crazy out here in these real estate streets, man. It's
yeah,
crazy out there. Y'all be safe out there, especially in Maryland. I used to live in Baltimore, so yeah, be safe up there. You gotta be more careful, man. Gotta be
yeah,
more careful.
yeah.
So look, what's been your biggest failure or your learning moment in real estate, and how did it shape your approach today?
Yeah, underwriting. There was a lot of deals that we got under contract, especially early on, that we thought were great deals. They were really smoking, you know, because we were looking at the wrong comps, basically. And we learned a lot because we tried selling them, and the people were like, what is going on here? So make sure that you go watch Jamil's videos. Shout out Jamil Dan.
Right.
If you're wholesaling deals, go to him. If you're going creatively, go straight to the source, Pace Morby. There's
Hmm.
Jerry Norton, all of those different guys that are out there. Go learn from the actual people that are doing this correctly and are making it happen every single day. Yeah, that's what I'd say. Make sure your underwriting is right, because we learned the hard way how that happens to you, especially on Dispo.
For sure, man. Yeah, underwriting is definitely a special technique. And you mentioned like Jamil, that's like his specialty, Jamil Danji. He got that what's this thing called? Straight out of comping. You know
Yeah, I
what I mean?
love that, dude. It's
Straight out of
so
comping,
good.
like
It's
that's a
so
dope
good.
play on words with his thing. But guys, listen, Jamil Danji, he has a YouTube channel or series that he does called Straight Out of Comping that where you could just go on when he does live videos and he comps these houses and he does them in like a blink of an eye. Like literally he comps properties in minutes. Like I'm learning to comp now and underwrite, and it could take me easily, 20, 30 minutes to comp something or to underwrite a property. And this guy, Jamil, like it's a science for him. And he does it in 3 minutes.
But yeah, literally,
Minutes.
sometimes it's like 30 seconds. It
Yeah.
literally is that quick. He's like, nope, there's nothing here. Let's move on.
It's crazy
Wild.
because he has
Yeah.
everything in his head. Like he already knows. Like he knows most of these places around the US. Like he knows these markets and he just got numbers in his head. Like we got to get to that proficiency, man. Straight out of
Yeah.
comping. So look,
Yes.
if your house, like, if you could describe your real estate journey as a movie, what would the title be and what would the plot twist be?
Mm. That's a good ass question. That's a very good question. Let's see. I would probably call it like the Yinzer real estate agent turned Charleston investor or something, because I'm from Pittsburgh originally. I grew up there most of my life. I wasn't born there, but I claim it. It's my blood there, black and
No
gold,
doubt.
even though it hurts right now.
No doubt. Shout out to
But
Tom.
yeah, that and the plot twist would be going from an agent at Berkshire Hathaway up in Pittsburgh to making a giant move all the way down here to Charleston, South Carolina. I was being a caddy, at the ocean course here in Kiowa, but I was an agent for a year and I've always caddied, like gone back and forth from it. It was like always my move whenever I didn't know what else to do. It was the best
Mhm.
job in high school and stuff because 5 hours of work and you get paid pretty good.
In cash.
Exactly. I did that and I still do that every weekend or so. Depends. Right now it's kind of cold. But that and the plot twist is going from agent to investor, where I learned that you don't even need your own money to do deals now. We did our deals, the one we took down, we used our own money.
Mhm.
Whenever we learned that you didn't have to now, we're like, that would have been nice to know.
After the fact.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I would say the investor switch because I thought I wanted to be an agent. I thought I was going to kill it. And I wasn't at the right age or place in my life to really know the true value of real estate and like how to sell it and do all these different things. Cause I was a homeowner at 21, but I never actually like got any deals done whenever I was an agent. 'Cause I just didn't understand how to find people or find people who wanted to sell. And it was easier being an investor because I didn't have to worry about, all these different agents and paying these certain fees and different things that they're
Mhm.
involved with being an agent. Yeah, that's what I'd say. That's a long plot twist, but well, there it is.
I want to see that movie, man. I want to see that movie for sure.
You
For
like the
sh-
beginning part, that's for sure.
yeah,
Agent
yeah,
life.
yeah.
I was 25, 26, having the time of my life. Yeah, it was a wild time in my life.
No doubt. No doubt. It's funny the experiences that we go through, but regardless of the experiences, the decisions you made somehow got us to this exact moment where we're shooting a podcast together right now.
Yes, sir.
It's insane, and all the other awesome things that we do off screen. Like it's crazy, man. It's
It's
crazy.
so true. It's a blessing, man. Truly is.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So I'm still like thinking about your mission of housing 42,000 veterans. It's like leading, like you need to lead like a real estate army to be able to do that. So like, what's your strategy for making this mission scalable across the
Yeah.
US? Like, how are you going to pull this off?
So we're starting a capital raise now. We've gotten started on our journey over a couple months here. I had a one-on-one with shout out to Michael Manatsakanian. He was like,
Mhm.
dude, why are you trying to wholesale and do all these different things? Just go find the people with the money, with the people that already have the deals, put them together. You're good. You'll find so many more deals that way. So we also want to do it through, multifamily and different commercial type spaces that we can do it on a bigger scale, kind of make it snowball a little bit more. But yeah, we want a big team. We're trying to grow. we've gone back down to a skeleton crew. So if you're trying to learn this business and want to join a team, Veterans Choice is a great option. There's tons of them, but we'll bring you in, treat you like family and see how you can do this. But it's a lot of work, folks. Just remember, Israel's out here, W2, getting home, second podcast of the night, making it happen. He's got more calls after this. So it's not for the faint of heart, folks.
It's not,
You gotta,
man.
you gotta really want this. So don't come to us and say, hey, I'm thinking about this. You gotta know you want to do real estate, honestly, because the amount of calls you have to make will surprise you.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. The amount of calls, the amount of connections you need to make, the relationships you gotta have to get one deal done.
Yeah,
Just to get
your
one
first
deal
one,
done.
right?
Like you gotta go through 400 to 500 calls, like, you know what I mean,
Right.
depending on your skill set and where you are. So this is not an easy fret for anyone. Simple but not easy. You know what I mean? The concept of it is simple. There's nothing complicated about it. It's not rocket science, but it's not easy whatsoever. It's not easy whatsoever. What's the most underrated or overlooked tool or program for helping veterans secure housing?
That's a fantastic question. I would say not doing so. The biggest tool are the groups and the communities, I guess you would say, or the programs for veteran homelessness. There are groups that get funding by the government that they can house basically tenants that are homeless veterans. They will put them in there. Most of them just have certain criteria you have to meet, which you just have to reach out to your local one, and wherever you are, wherever you're doing deals, look up your city, your state, veterans assistance or veterans homelessness programs. It'll pop up. I guarantee you'll find them. They're super easy. Just call them, and usually they only have a couple different criteria, and then you're only dealing with one tenant instead of 3, 4 for getting people into these rooms. So if you need us to give you some resources, I have a few that I've worked with, like 180 Place down here in Charleston. Shout out to them. Yeah, getting
Mhm.
the hula hoop, baby. Shout
That's
out
why
to them.
Hollow.
I love it.
It's my baby girl Avery right here, man.
That's adorable, man. That was so
Yes,
cute.
sir. My reason why she's hiding, but
Yes, sir.
she wants to be over here with us.
I love it.
Yes,
But yeah,
sir.
those groups and programs, those are who would be the people I personally reach out to. I know people here reach out to them. So they definitely have one in your local area, state, whatever your market is. Reach out to those and they'll help you. They want to put people in there.
For sure. For sure, man. We got to figure out how I can help people down here in my community where I'm located at, because homelessness is it's not an easy thing, man. That's a very humble mission that you guys are on, man. So I definitely applaud y'all for that.
We're nothing close to Chino, but shout out to him. He's really
Yeah,
doing a lot for the homeless community out there in Vegas. He's killing it. So shout out to him for that.
yeah. Chino Monte.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Out in Las Vegas, Nevada, man. Chino has an awesome program. I think I actually got an interview with him. We did the roundtable with him on one of your
Hmm?
podcasts. Yeah, so
Yeah,
yeah, shout out to Chino.
that's still in the bank. We're getting that dialed in a little more because that was a wild experience. There were 3 cameras going. It was nuts.
Yeah, it was nothing simple about that night. We
Yeah.
shot that one for sure. For sure. So look, every investor has their ride or die crew. Who's in your inner circle? How have they helped you pull off this mission right here?
Yeah. So past and present Veterans Choice team members, So we got Kari, Greg. They did a ton for us whenever they were here. Paul, obviously my best friend, business partner. That's obviously my ride or die for anything.
Mhm.
Him. We have Timmy's on the team. He does acquisition and dispo on kind of single family and multifamily now. He does a little bit of everything. He even does trying to dip his hat into the capital raising ring right now, so he's
Sure.
killing it. We got Bernadette, our operator. She's been with us a couple months ever since that operator program came out. She's unreal. She's our TC too. She helps us with all of the deals that we do acquire or are about to dispo to make sure that they actually make sense. That every document's in order. that everything's there. She's pulled us out of some deals because there wasn't like the right paperwork, there wasn't the right things going on. So if you think you need a TC, yes, you need a TC. Go hire one when you're getting these real estate deals done, or else you might miss something and you might have to pay more than you think you should. It is
Yeah.
very helpful. Alex Roschke, he does commercial multifamily. He's doing a lot. He's even a Gator, one of the elite Gators or whatever their group is called now.
Mm-hmm.
That he does a lot with, motel conversions, hotel conversions that he's really working on at the moment. But them and our Owners Club Roundtable family, we got Mando, Dana, Zaskia, Jason, Shell, Paul, myself, and just the rest of the Owners Club community. But the biggest inner circle people that we can have are our partners, Pace, Morby,
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
legend and GOAT, and then Jamil Damji, the wholesale king, and just an absolute amazing human being. I can't thank them enough for everything they've let us experience this year through the immersions and different opportunities, and just literally because of them is the reason why we met, Squad Up Summit in the first place. Can't thank them enough for everything they've done and continue to do for us. So, I'd say
Right.
that, and obviously the one and only Israel Miller, the one who's peddling for profits out here, he's in the inner circle, obviously.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate the words, man. And yeah, guys, Pace and Jamil, and like just to go in on that little topic right there, the sub two community. I just joined it right at Squad Up, so it's been, I don't know, 6, maybe 8 months now. I don't know, probably about 8 months now that I've been in the community, and yeah, this last year or these last 8 months, man, it's been phenomenal from where we started at to where we are now, and the things they're pushing us and encouraging us to do to go beyond our comfort zone. Um, yeah, man. Yeah, man. The Owners Club, the Sub 2 community, if y'all don't know about it, y'all definitely need to look into it. For sure. For sure.
And I almost forgot a couple other people. The new social media team we got April Elias, Will Castillo, Will you, myself, Paul. We got a nice little social media company brand that we're really pushing and getting dialed in right now. We got some specialists in different fields. We'll talk about it here in a little bit. Just I had to give them a shout out too. But yeah.
For sure. For sure. All major hitters, man. Major players right there. Man, Will, he's one of my he's one of my go-to people. We probably talk on the phone like every other day right now. Always has
He's a man.
value. I love Will because like I'll tell him something. Like I'll tell him an issue that I'm having, and then he'll be like, "Yo, Israel, just check your email. Try that out." Like he already got solutions, like to all my problems. Like I
I
love it,
love that.
man.
Yeah, he's great. Both Wells are the man. They
Yeah,
like just give and give and give. They're so busy with everything, but they still make time
they
for
make it happen.
everyone. Yeah, it's so great what this community does and is continuing to do.
People bend over backwards to help you as part of this community, man. Unlike you got bad actors everywhere, and a lot of people out here, they just want to take advantage of you, and they want to take advantage of you and get the best of you, so like to deal with the like what Pace created with the goal giving mentality as a community that's focused on goal giving, being a goal giver, not a goal getter, like being a goal giver. Like it's phenomenal, man. It's phenomenal. So I appreciate Pace for that, man. Let me ask you one more question, or maybe two more. If you could give one piece of advice to a rookie investor who wants to use creative financing to create social impact like you're doing, what would that piece of advice be?
Join a community. You said it yourself. You killed it in what you said. There's not much I can say to make it sound better, but the people that are inside of these communities, the people who run them, they're not like most people. They are incredibly amazing at what they do, and they give and give and give. I've never been anywhere where Israel said most places they just want to take the greatness from you, and use it for themselves. they try to bring the greatness out of you in these communities. And it really feels like home every time you go to Squat Up, an immersion, anything like that. It feels like long lost family, cousins, aunts, uncles, whatever. I don't know. It just feels right every time. Like it's right where you're supposed to be. And the knowledge you get is unmatched. We did the whole YouTube U. There are ways that you can learn on YouTube that will teach you a lot of it, but there's some things that you need to just go straight to the source, that they'll answer it directly and really get you the answer you need to get things to the closing table.
Right, right, for sure, man. Damn. So look, last question for you. What do you have in your business and what do you need in your business? How can a person that's out here that's watching this video, how can they do business with you or get involved with you? Like how can someone be of value to you?
Yeah. So things that we have or they have. Sorry, I kind of missed
Either,
that
both,
first.
both.
Okay. So things that we have right now are we have the social media cohort that April has, that we have Will Castillo, Paul, myself, that April does what she has her nephew, Dylan. He is unreal. He does YouTube automation, faceless YouTube videos, things of that nature, that he really has this dialed in. He has a team of editors that you can, like, it's already sold out. That's the thing. The first launch is already sold out. That they killed it. They got it booked up. Everybody wants it. They're ready to go. That they film a video a week and they get it edited and they get it really dialed in by professional editors, that they don't have to worry about it. Then you have people like Will Castillo, who has an agency himself, that he does marketing. He has integrators that can automate damn near anything you can imagine. He can make his white label chat GPTs. He can just literally have it do whatever you want. And you have Will Yu, who is the king of Facebook meta automation and ads. His team, that they can dial in all that. And Paul and I are really good at branding and getting the shorts and all the other different types of ways to reach people. And we really just came together and wanted to form this unreal group of people who can go give to the community and outside of the community and really try to help push people's brands and make more money through just pumping out content. Because we get a bunch of deals right now, and over the past like year, we started late on TikTok. We got like 58,000 like views on our stuff over like 6-month periods. So we're pumping. We're getting stuff out there. Things we also have a kick-ass dispo team for the single family side. So we have that. We're still wholesaling, but we're main focus, Paul and I, we're doing is capital raising. That we have 2 deals that we are funding for, or trying to get funding for Leuver down in Houston. And then we also have some more opportunities that should be coming up here in Charleston, and maybe a few other places that are in the works. I can't give it all away right now. But yeah, that and what else? Yeah, that's really about it. Things we need. We always need more deals. People who need money raised for them, come find us. People who need social media help, automation wise, with what I just said in the cohort that April has, that's kind of with everybody. Sorry, I got a notification ringing in my ear there. All right, we are back. Things we need, more deals. We wholesale. You're trying to take them down. We can try to get them funded for you. Anybody who wants to learn how to do real estate, we can always take more people on the team. But like I said earlier, if you didn't write that down, this is a lot harder than it looks, but it's a lot of fun when you get it to work. It
Yes,
really,
sir.
really is.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and if you're trying to find me, Mike's REI Roots on Instagram, Facebook. I'd even say it's on TikTok too. And then Veterans Choice Investments is our company name, where Paul and I started this 2 years ago. So that's basically everywhere you can find me.
Appreciate it, man. Yo, so the one of the main things I got from everything you said today, the saying is true. Your net worth is your net worth.
Yeah.
And everything you mentioned tonight, or a majority of the things you mentioned tonight, it all you're shouting out your team members left and right and everything that they're doing. It's not even about you. It's not about me. It's about the people we're connected to.
Yep.
And that's what
It's
we
they're
had.
the
We got,
ones who make it happen, man. I just help
yeah,
people come together and they did a lot more work than I did, so I can't take much of the credit on it. I just gotta shout them out when I can, and I still do a lot of work, don't get me wrong, but they I would be nothing without my team and the people I'm surrounded with, like yourself and everybody else in our amazing community. So yeah,
no
absolutely.
doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Well, look, man, I just want to say thank you again for sharing the last 30 minutes with me. Being here, I think you're my third podcast. So I appreciate you being a part of my journey. And thank you for having me on yours. Like you allowed me to come on two of your podcasts so far. And I'm forever thankful for that, man. So I appreciate you.
One of our first videos was with you, brother. I think it was like second or third. Remember that?
Yeah, at the first retreat. So maybe this is the third. You let me on three of yours so far, and I'm just getting started. So
Well,
nah, man.
plenty more to come too. Don't you worry. We'll do some collabs. You know, who knows what'll happen in the future. There's
Yeah,
plenty of
we're
stuff we can
the
do.
the funny thing is like we came so far from where we met 8 months ago. But the funny thing is we're only at the beginning of our journey right now.
Exactly. And it feels like it's been forever, but it's also been no time at all. You know,
Yeah,
like it's
yeah,
so weird how it's that same feeling.
yeah,
But yeah, there's so much more that we're about to do. It's gonna be
yeah,
great.
yeah. So Mike, man, I appreciate you, my man. 50 grand, 100 grand. Thank you again for coming on, and I'm gonna catch you on the next episode.
Absolutely pleasure being on here. Can't thank you enough, and I'll see you soon, my friend. Thank you, folks. Have a great night.
Cheers.